Hey! What's going on, everybody? WordPress tutorial for beginners. We're going to talk about how to actually create a WordPress website for beginners without going too much into detail, but just give you an idea on what WordPress is. If you guys aren't familiar with who I am, my name is Jeremiah Vegan. My name is Jeremiah Vegan. My name is Jeremiah Vegan. Did I mention my name was Jeremiah Vegan? I am your host that does the most. As you can see, this is the place where you need to be. I'm a personal brand consultant and influencer marketing strategist that specializes in helping brands develop their online following as well as converting more sales. Today, we got a goodie. We're going to be talking about WordPress tutorials for beginners. Okay, that's in a nutshell of what we're going to be talking about. If you're not familiar with WordPress, we're about to get into it. WordPress is something that I think is one of the easiest platforms to use when you are creating a website without any experience. And if you are creating a blog, okay, it can be free, and a lot of people use it to run their businesses, and a lot of people use it to make money. So, what is WordPress? According to iThemes, WordPress is a online open source website creation tool, and it's probably the easiest and most powerful blogging and website content management systems, also known as CMS. It's one of the most popular blogging website content management systems in existence today, in my personal opinion and in everybody else's opinion. So pretty much it's fact. All right. One thing that I like about WordPress is that you have the ability to create your own website with your own creativity, but at the same time, you have the ability to add different things to your website without knowing a lot about HTML coding and stuff like that. You still have to kind of have a sense of skill, in my opinion, to be really effective at it and to know what to look for as far as visually pleasing websites, as far as presentation, because a lot of people don't understand how a website should look as far as presentation wise. So it requires a certain amount of skill, but it doesn't require a huge amount of skill if you want to create a WordPress site, and allows you to have flexibility and allows you to hire developers to kind of enhance your website if need be. Okay, let's talk about plugins. Okay, plugins is a piece of software containing a group of functions that can be added to a WordPress site. They can extend functionality or add new features to your WordPress websites. Okay, now this is why I feel like WordPress is so effective, is because I'm able to add different functions that other people create to enhance my website. All right, and we're gonna get into what I mean by that. So boom, we logged into our WordPress website, right? And I'm going to skip over some steps. So if you guys want me to go over something in detail, let me know in the video. But I'm just going to give you a quick overview. I don't want this to be too long, okay? So I apologize in advance if I'm missing some steps. Just let me know what I missed, and I can talk about the certain topic that you want me to talk about more in detail. But look, this is WordPress, right? I'm logged into WordPress. I've obviously created my account and everything. Here's some of the functions that you can kind of look at. All right, so you got the post, you got the media, you got links, you got pages, you got comments, you got the contacts, you got Ninja Forms, which is a plugin, and then you got appearance. You know, you got your appearances where you can do stuff that is that are able to where you're able to access certain portions of your design, your layout. And then you got your plugins. We're gonna talk about the plugins. Okay, now there's a lot of things that you can do to enhance your website, like adding pop-ups, adding maybe some different contact forms or whatever the case may be. And what else can you do? I mean, there's so many plugins and stuff like that. It allows you to kind of add add what you want to add to make your site better. Anything that you can think of, you can always look it up to see if there's a platform. If you see something on somebody else's website that you want to do, like even to the point where you want to create a membership site, or like Facebook, or like you want to create your own social media platform, I'm sure there's plugins for that as well. So there's a plugin for everything, right? So so what you can do is you can, like, for example, there's is for pop-up opt-ins. When people go into your website, a lot of times you may see people's email box may pop up across the screen, so people can kind of get you to opt in into their mailing list, right? There is a plugin for that. I haven't used it in a while, but hopefully, let's see if it comes up, just to kind of give you an example on plugins and different things that you can do. Pop up. Let's look at pop up. Okay. Alright, so if you go to plugins and you go to add new, they will show you a list of, I think this is the list of, nah, this is something else. These are featured plugins. All right, we already went over what plugins are, and we're going to basically type in plugins if we want to add different functions to our site. All right, you can look up different plugins to enhance your site, or you can kind of do what I do every once in a while and just search for different plugins and see what comes up according to the keywords that you enter. So if you want a pop-up screen, a pop-up opt-in list on your website, so you can capture people's emails and send them different information for your website or your service or product, anything like that. You can simply just look up a plugin and see if there's a plugin that best suits your website. Alright, so you got the Hustle pop-up slides, and then it kind of gives you like a little excerpt, which is like a description of what it is before you actually click on it, and it tells you what it is. The complete marketing plugin for email opt-ins, pop-up, advertising, social sharing builder, and you can kind of click on it if that interests you, just off of what they're saying right here about the plugin. Then you can also look at the ratings of how many stars it has. It has over 70,000 active installations. This was created by WPMU DEV, and then it said it was last updated about a month ago, so it gives you a little bit overview of the plugin, as well as MailChimp plugin. I actually use MailChimp to capture my emails right now till I change it. We'll see. MailChimp for WordPress is the #1 MailChimp plugin. So they give you so many plugins for pop-ups. All right, let's look up. Let's say you want to create a contact form. Usually when you create install a website, they usually come with contact forms. But say you want to customize a contact form where you want to ask certain questions, I'm sure you can do it with a plugin. Alright, so I put in contact forms. Let's see what comes up. Contact forms. Alright, so you got this one that I like. WP Forms. Contact form by WP Forms. Drag and drop form builder for WordPress. The best WordPress contact form plugin. Drag and drop online from builder that helps you create beautiful content forms with just a few clicks. Alright, so that kind of gives you an idea of what you can do with plugins. Now we're going to talk about actually installing a website briefly. Okay, so let's check it out. Alright, so what I can do is I can go to themes, right? I can go to appearance right on the left hand side of the dashboard in the WordPress dashboard. I can go to appearance. I'm going to click on themes, right? If I click on themes, it's going to bring me towards themes, right? These are free themes that you can install, so you don't have to know about coding to actually install a theme and start plugging in your information. If you like a theme that they already bring to your attention here, you can install it for free. Alright, so I'm going to click on the plus sign and kind of see what they have to offer as far as themes. In my personal opinion, they have some really good themes, especially if you're a blogger. If you don't like these themes, you can always go towards to a website that has free themes and paid themes, but mostly you have to pay for these things. You can go to themeforest.com and you'll be able to kind of see what it is that you can purchase to install into your website, which is pretty easy to install. You can always look for it on YouTube on how to install a theme to your website, and or you can just get somebody to install it for you using Upwork. All right, I'm not gonna go to it. I was gonna go to it, but I'm not gonna go to it because I don't want this to be too long. But you can always get an idea on what you can do as far as themes. Okay, if you want something like a Shopify, like a shop store where people can purchase stuff, like you want to have like a e-commerce site. I never actually built a WordPress, like an online store through WordPress. It's always been like blog oriented, or I'll just get a developer to do it. So I don't want to kind of give too much advice on something that I'm not as familiar with the WordPress platform, but you can do something like that. If you guys wanted to look more into that, just let me know and I'll look it up. All right, so right here, let's go back to themes. Right, I'm gonna show you guys the theme that I have installed, and this is the Scribble theme. Okay, let's look up the theme details. This is the Scribbles. All right, it's by GoDaddy. Scribbles is a primer child theme with a playful, fun mood. Okay, so this is the theme that I have for my website. Right, so let's look up. Let me see if I can kind of get an idea on what it looked before, because I did so many modifications. Okay, so it won't show you. Let me look it up. So we're gonna look it up so you guys can kind of see what it looked like before, and then I'll show you guys after the fact. All right, so this is the Scribble theme that you can get for free using WordPress. This is actual real person, this is my wife, and this is her theme. This is the Scribble theme, right? And she didn't do too many changes to it. The only thing that she did was add a video at the top, at the banner. So it pretty much was just a banner. You can add your text and stuff like that, add your features, services, or whatever the case may be, your bio or whatever, call to action button, right? Now I decided to modify my theme. I did a lot of changes with my theme, okay? And this is why WordPress is so cool, is because it gives you the flexibility to create something that's already created that doesn't allow you to have a whole lot of experience with creating coding websites. But at the same time, if you ever wanted to make some changes, you can just hop on, go on like Upwork and get someone to kind of add some modifications to the site, okay? And it's not expensive. All right, so let me give you guys an example on what I mean by that, right? So I knew I wanted something to add. I wanted to have a call to action, and I wanted to have a mailing list. All right, so she put the video at the top, right? I didn't want to put a video at the top. I wanted to put a mailing form off the top of mine, and then obviously have my call to action here. I like when people go onto your website, within the 30 seconds they should automatically know what you do. So I always like to have a tagline on top of my sites. That's just me personally. I wanted to give something to offer for a value. So I went ahead and added a download link to where people can download a form, like a checklist, to have people, if people want to build their brand. I created a checklist of giving you steps on what you can do and the things that you can consider to go about building your brand and your following accordingly. And all they have to do is just click on the download button, put in their name and email, and we will send them the checklist. Okay, there's several reasons why I do that. One of the reasons why is because I want to build a rapport with my following. So I wanted to give something that can genuinely help them, because I genuinely want to see you guys win. And I also get the email address so I could so I can give you guys more information going forward to get you guys to come back to the website and maybe purchase some services or bring traffic to the website. So I'm being completely transparent. I also added some menu buttons, right? I actually didn't do these buttons myself. I hired someone off of Upwork. It was probably was around $50 to have this stuff installed, because he would have to do coding. Now this part requires coding, so I can, whatever I need done, that needs to be coded, I'll just hire someone off to do it. I try not to get too into the tech. I can oversee it, but I don't want to get into it too much because that can be time consuming. I got my image. I kind of changed the format a little bit. I changed the buttons. This is all really easy to do, by the way. And then I added a contact form, which I have my developer do as well. A contact form where they can ask a question. So you guys can ask me a question, and I'll be able to answer it through YouTube. Okay, so I really like this. By the way, make sure you go on jeremiahviggy.com and ask a question right here, and I'll answer it in a YouTube video. So that's kind of an overview on how you can actually be creative with your site. And as a blog, if you're a blogger, which I'm assuming you are because most people use WordPress for blogs, you can obviously have a blog section and you can add blogs, right? You can make blogs. Let's go back to the dashboard so I can give you guys an overview. All right, this is only an overview, so I'm not getting too practical. I'm just giving you an idea. So if you go into the dashboard, you can go to post, and then you can go to add new. And this is very easy to use. So you can just simply go into title, and you can add the title of whatever you want the title of your blog to be, and you can start and you can type, right? You can add videos, you can add links, you can link to other websites if you're talking about other websites. If you're doing influencer blogging where you want to add more, where you want to get people to go purchase products from your store, you want to create a blog about different influencers, you can definitely do that. And you can link them to their, if you want to link to their website or their page, whatever the case may be, you can do that. And you can add, like, you can do a bunch of stuff within this form, and this is where you type your content, right? And then towards the bottom you got your tags where you can just add different tags so you can pop up for certain keywords. You want to optimize for certain keywords, and you can also add different categories. You can add different categories. So if you're like a vegan blog and you want to talk about healthier lifestyles, but you can have different categories where you want to talk about, where you can create a category for greens, just vegetables, or tofu category, or whatever category you want to cover. You'll be able to do that within this platform. So whenever you're writing a blog, you can always publish it to whatever category you want it to be in. Alright, so you can also hold on, let me move my face. So you can also go into you can also add a feature image, which is essentially the image that people will see first when they're looking at your blog. I think when you post the link on like your social media, a lot of times you'll see an image come up, and I think that's when the feature image would take place, as well as the image that you would see first if they are browsing through your blog post. Okay, so that just to kind of give you an idea. Hopefully that makes sense. So this is just an overview of what you can do as far as your blogs. And we're going to go give you let me give you an extra example on what I mean by blogs as far as the overall presentation of the blog. So say for example you like this, right? This is your blog, you want to go for that. It allows you to get WordPress allows you to see a live preview of the site before you actually publish it. So this would kind of look like, oh, that don't look right at all. But oh yeah, that's because I changed my my website. So you guys can't really see it. It won't look the same because of the way my website is set up. It's not really set up to look like a blog. But usually when you go into a blog based website, it allows you to see blogs and stuff like that, different articles where it looks really smooth. Let me give you guys an example of an effective blog, just so you know what a blog looks like. Just to give you an idea, it just depends on the website. But Entrepreneur is one of my favorite websites, obviously, because I'm an entrepreneur. They have a lot of helpful content. This is an idea of what a blog looks like. You know, you have your articles, you got your features, you got stuff on the rise, different categories to get people intrigued into certain and different content. You know, they post ads. Most people post ads to monetize their blog and get paid. I don't like posting a bunch of ads on my website. I'd rather just create a product, but that's just me personally. So that's just to give you an idea. Let's go into some more features. So the last and final thing that I want to go over with you guys is I want to go over the menu, and I want to go over the plugin that I installed called SlimStat. SlimStat allows you to see traffic. Okay, it allows you to see who's visiting your website, where they're visiting at, where they're visiting it from. Like, say for example, you posted, if you want to know where your traffic is at the most, where your traffic is coming from the most, so you would know where your audience is coming from, so you'll be able to obviously give more value to whatever source you're getting your traffic from. So SlimStat is a great plugin that you can install, because you always, I don't care if you have a blog site, a food site, you want to know how many people are looking at your website, so you could go about things accordingly. Okay, so get a lot of people that come from, most of my people come from Facebook and stuff, right? So that's just to give you an idea. This is a new website, so it ain't I haven't made it public for too long, but that's just to kind of give you an idea. Also, menu, you can add different menus at the top of the site. Okay, so let's go to menus, and you'll be able to see quick. You can these are my menus on my home page. So service, quick tips. No, that's not it. That's the main structure right here. So let me give you guys I'll just go on the home page and show you guys. Okay, so right here, home page. This is the menu. Home, about us, services, blog, contact us. So these are the main menus. All right, so another way for you to change those menus is if you go into the dashboard, you're going to go to appearance, you're going to hover over, you're going to go to menu, and you could edit your menu, and you can word it to wherever you want to word it. Okay, you can add, like, if you're talking about if you want to create a veggie menu where people can just look up veggies and stuff like that, you want to have a section for veggies, you can go on a menu, you can select veggies or whatever. And one thing that you can do is you can actually do what we refer to as sub menus, right? What I refer to as sub menus. So I can simply just add something, like, say if I don't want my menu bar to be super long, I can add it under another category. So say if I want to talk about, say if I want to do a vegan blog and I want to talk about different recipes for different vegetables, right? I don't recommend you do this, but this is just an example. So say I want to create a section for broccoli recipes, carrot recipes, peas recipes, but I don't want all of that to say recipes, broccoli, whatever, right? So I might create a category to where they can select whatever they want to select and just kind of go from there. So I can say, for example, let's say I want to add a portfolio. Let's say I created a menu and I wanted to add a portfolio to this, right? I can simply go put portfolio under services. All I got to do is make it a sub item. So I just drag that over and boom. Alright, so that's a little, and then once people go to your home page, they can simply just see if they hover over services, you're gonna see another drop down area that says portfolio or whatever you want to put under there as a sub item. So hopefully I explained that really well for you guys. Alright, and that is the end of our overview. Alright, that's how you use WordPress as a beginner to get you going. You don't have to use a whole lot of tech. You can use it for free. I highly recommend that you guys use GoDaddy. They have WordPress integrated, so you can simply host your blog. Okay, you want to host your blog. So a lot of people use WordPress because it's free, but they don't really give you your own identity. So it'd be like Allison's veganblog.wordpress.com. That's not professional. So you want to make sure that you create your own identity. .com, .net, .org are the most popular ones. Okay, so AllisonVeganBlog.com, AllisonVeganBlog.net, AllisonVeganBlog.com, not .wordpress.com. You don't see Facebook with Facebook.wordpress.com or YouTube.wordpress.com or Google.wordpress.com. They have their own brand, their own identity, and you want to create the same. So hopefully this gives you kind of a quick overview. It's not really a quick overview, but it's an overview for beginners to kind of break down how you can use WordPress to your advantage and how you can be successful. Make sure that you guys leave a nice little sexy comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want me to cover, and I'll respond. Like, my channel is not big enough yet. Not this channel. My other channels that I manage, they're not even that big either, but they're more than this. But this is the brand that I'm going to be focusing more the most. So I respond to all comments. Make sure that you guys go on the website, preferably the website, and ask your questions, because I'll see those a lot quicker. And I want to create more engagement on that website that I just gave you an overview about. All right, so you guys are wonderful. Talk to you soon. Wait, how do I pause this?